Us humans, we have been gifted with one of the most important abilities that could ever be gifted to any creature, which is the ability of communication. But so many times it's these very words that usually bring conflict in our relationship and the environment around us. Coming up in today's episode, we shall be talking about how to be a good conversationalist. Hello and welcome to another episode of Spirit Seeking with Pratik on Sound Health Solution. As I told you before, we have one of the most important gifts. We can talk, we can communicate via words. And not just in just one language, in many languages. And we have millions of words we can choose from. And the art of communication is directly linked with the throat chakra, which is the fifth chakra. It's also related with the color blue, and it's all about expression and impression, which is taking in what other people have to offer. But I'm sure you'll agree when I say that it's these very words, these very languages, which when used, tend to take the conversation in a different direction. And we are not able to come to common grounds with the person we are communicating with. Instead of coming to a common point, we tend to differ and deviate and have more arguments, which tend to lead nowhere. So in this episode, we shall be talking about few of the ways in which we can increase our efficiency of communication, and we can polish the way we articulate our words, we can polish the way we express things and impress things. So let's get started right away. The first thing is we tend to lack attention, and hence we need to show attention, be really attentive. A lot of us suffer from attention deficiency disorder in various degrees. But we are unable to stay focused to what the other person is trying to tell us, right? We might be listening to them, but our mind be wavering, wandering in other parts of the world. That's what the mind usually does. Even if you sit quiet and try to communicate with yourself, right? The mind picks one word and forms its branches, and it takes you on a ride, a roller coaster ride of thoughts and emotions. What we need to do is, when we are talking to the other person, we need to try and actually hear what they are saying. And how do you do this? You feel that you're interested. You make believe that you're interested. In the beginning, it might just feel like you're just making a belief that you're interested, but over the course of time, as you practice this, you'll understand that you'll start truly being interested to what they are saying. So you cannot go like, yeah, I'm listening. No. If you do that, you cannot really render the information they're putting forward. And firstly, you won't understand what they're trying to say. And secondly, you might respond in a wrong way. And thirdly, you might look at the entire situation in a deviated lens, as I might say. So whenever you talk to somebody, you have to make sure that you're listening. And another way to make sure that you're listening is to maintain eye contact. Yes, it might seem foolish because listening is done from the ears, and I'm telling you to maintain eye contact. But when you make eye contact, you have an awareness that you are there in the presence of another being, and you need to put some value, you need to put some importance into whatever they are trying to express. So that's the first thing, right? The second thing is you have to use words that help you further the rapport building process. If you are uninterested, if you're genuinely uninterested in the conversation, it's okay. You might you might start pretending that you're not interested. You might have body languages that show that you're not interested, which is good. But if you're genuinely interested and you want to keep the rapport building process going, you have to use responses like, tell me, da 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 da. As in, tell me what happened after this. Tell me, how did you feel while you did this? Tell me, what were you thinking when he or she was saying this to you? What this does is, this makes them think an inch deeper about whatever they are saying, whatever they are expressing, and they tend to come up with more details. More openly, they're able to share whatever they have in their mind and their heart. We have to avoid asking questions that usually end in a yes or a no, right? Because that usually tends to stop the conversation. It usually tends to bring the conversation at a halt. So you have to be more engaging when you talk to the other person. The third thing is, this is a very effective technique. While you talk to the other person, you have to use their name, right? For anybody, their name is the most important word, the word that they like to hear, the word that fires their neuron, because everybody values themselves, everybody acknowledges their own existence. When you use their name in a conversation, not only yours, but their attention flare lights up. And they feel like, oh my God, this person is actually listening to what I'm saying. This person is interested in what I'm saying. And their subconscious goes, this person wants to build a rapport with me. So try to sprinkle their names here and there and see the magic work for you. The next point is about agreement and disagreement. Of course, when you have a conversation, you do not agree to all the things that the person may say. You might agree on certain things while you might disagree